Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for another Chen style Tai Chi class. We had a week off there last week as I recovered, started to recover from the cold. Let's begin with right hand in fist, please. Left hand straight, pulling back the thumb with feet together, hands together. We press forwards. Xue Sang Hao. Let's open our stance, please, and we begin our rotations. So if you think I just said something strange, 学生好 means students good or students hello. It also means students good or students goodbye. And if you fancy doing a wee bit of Chinese, you can say 老师好. That's 老师好, which means teacher good or teacher hello or teacher goodbye. So it's a very formal and nice way to greet your teacher. It is Chinese. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art. And it's a very nice one because regardless of the level of your teacher, it is an acceptable format. So if you're just studying with someone starting out in teaching, it's very respectful to them. But you could also talk to a grandmaster and say 老师好, and it would still be very respectful. 老师 literally translates as old teacher, so the Lao is venerable. You know, it's showing great respect. So any level of teacher, including master and grandmaster, will feel honored and respected if you refer to them as that. Whereas actually sometimes using the word master, 大师, can make them a little uncomfortable. It's putting them on a platform, on a pedestal. But of course, it's also honoring them. So 老师好 is safe, no matter what the situation. Good. Okay, let's change direction. I find these things fascinating, and there are many schools of thought on it. So I'm coming straight from what we were taught in Duan gradings, like this is how you greet your teacher. There's another name for teacher called Sifu. But Sifu is actually a pet name for a teacher that shows a certain degree of intimacy, because Sifu literally translates as daddy. It's not even father, it's daddy. So if you call someone Sifu, technically you're calling them daddy, which can be strange in my feeling when somebody calls me Sifu because I'm female. But it is a recognized way of saying teacher. And one of my masters from Hong Kong referred to me in front of my students. He said, okay, so if you have any questions, you can talk to Sifu Jin. So it is obviously acceptable and is a nice way. It's a gentle way of referring to a teacher. So you can say Sifu. It's more friendly, but less formal. So you can make of that what you wish. Yeah, I'm a formal kind of person when it comes to formal greetings, so I just stick with Laoshi because it sits okay with me. But be comfortable in yourself. I think as always, if you mean respect, that'll show, and it doesn't really matter too much what you say. Okay, so let's take the weight into one side. We'll just do a little rotation. My plan is to get into form quite quickly today, but let's make sure we're properly warmed up. Coming into winter now, we can't take shortcuts. Change, please. Good, and a little shake out, and on the other side. Breathing into your movement. Good, and change. You may have noticed the phenomenon of holding your breath when you're concentrating. And much as this doesn't do you any real lasting damage, it is a stress response. Shake out, please. And it's not as good for you as to flow in your breath. So anytime you find yourself catching your breath, let's do a little twist keeping the knees and hips pointing forwards, please. Just twist to one side. Good, and now to the other. Start gently. Each time you can go a little bit more. Very good. So if you find yourself holding your breath, that's okay. One at a time now, please. But as soon as you find that you're holding your breath, let your breath flow, please. And if you can, breathe through your nose, both in and out breath. Very good. Back to center and circle. It's interesting, holding your breath deliberately can really help to relax, but holding your breath involuntarily, change direction please, can actually further trigger the stress response. So our breath is a really good indication of how we're doing in any given moment. So follow your breath, work with your breath. Good, let's stretch to the sides and open and close your chest. Good, let's change direction. Again, opening and closing your chest. Now, if you remember, a few weeks ago, we were looking at the end of the form in the movement coming up into uppercut, where we were doing a rotation. So, keep going, please. Good, relax down and circle shoulders. If you keep circling your shoulders for me, right, keep circling your shoulders. If you remember, we had done the downward punch and we were doing this scoop up. So we're doing a little bit within the warm-up. We'll do a little bit of the preparation for that, which is silk railing 2, part of silk railing 2. Good. So let's change direction with the shoulders. Can you feel that though you're working your shoulders, your whole body is working? You feel it flowing through your spine. Good. All right, relax down. Let's do one at a time, please. Feel your weight shifting, breathing, and change direction. Lovely. All right, so let's bring the hands to the hips. Now here's your hips. If you put your hands on your hips, you can feel how the hips go right the way up to your waist. So I'd like you to place the blades of your hands on top, on the iliac crest to be precise, on top of your hips. Good. Now, palms against the body. We're going to release belly, hips and knees and point the fingers down. Scoop the hands so the fingers are pointing back. Feel underneath the body, up the lower back, turning the palms over and release, relax down. So I'm going to come forwards and give you a big close-up of that. Ready? So we're going to release and come under, up and over, and release and come under, up and over. Relax and let the movement flow. So again, just as we did with the shoulder exercise, there is a gentle ripple up through the spine. And that movement through the spine is actually directing the arms. So you're not just turning your hands, you're letting the whole thing ripple, 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 ripple. So the lower body is the beginning of the movement, and the hands is that little bit at the end, rather like you're a whip. You're cracking the whip on one end, or you're moving the whip on one end, and the crack is happening at the other. So the belly is moving, and the hands are doing the cracking bit. Good, very nice, and relax down. Now let's do it the other way. Let's come out of the stance and have a little shake out. And in fact, let's shake out a bit more, because I find with this exercise the arms get quite conditioned and quite tired. So let's float up through the top of the head, breathing in, stretching the spine, over to one side, and give it a wee shake. You're turning and shaking at the same time. Breathe, let go, relax, feel everything go wobbly. This is the idea. We want the flesh to melt off the bones. Good. And float up, breathe in, lengthen, and over to the other side. Typically, you'll hear Tai Chi referred to as a soft or an internal martial art. And one of the reasons for it being called a soft martial art is we want the muscles to be relaxed, to be soft. Good. Breathe in, float up, and relax down. They do tone. They're strong, but they don't become, what's that word? Turgid. So, what do you call it? Spasticated. Spasticated muscle is a muscle that has become like a rock or like wood. It's become really hard and tight. And though that might look strong, you know, we think of these bodybuilders with these big bulging rock-like muscles, it's not actually strong. And if you talk to a bodybuilder, and in their full honesty, all these bulging muscles does not equate with strength. You can actually get really wiry people, you can hardly see their muscles. They can be just as strong, if not a lot stronger. So the strength is actually through relaxation, because the energy can flow effortlessly when the muscles are relaxed. They can contract when needed, but when they relax again, they get plenty of gaseous exchange, they get the waste products taken away, and they get more oxygen. So actually, when we're doing our Tai Chi, we want to be soft and open in good posture, so the top of the head floating up and everything else releasing and relaxing down and soft. And actually, through that softness, our whole system can flood with energy, with life force. So it makes us very strong. It makes the muscles very efficient and powerful, but not turgid, not what's that word? Spasticated, in that kind of way. Good. So let's go back to this one. Okay, this time, the first time we went this way, so this time we're going the other way. So think of the cycle. The first time the ball was going this way, but now this time we're bringing the ball backwards. So you can think of your own little wheel inside your belly, inside your lower body, doing this cycle. Good. So the hands resting on the top of the hips, the iliac crest, we're going to start by turning the palms up. So you see you have little cups in your hands. They're not flat, they're cupped. And that helps the energy to flow to the Lao Gong, to the center of the palm. So from here, we go to here, and we turn the fingers in and back and allow the hands to follow, feeling over the top of the waist, down the lower back, and around, in and under. So we go up and over, down and round, and up and over and down and round and up and over, and breathe. Relax. The more you relax, the more the energy will flow. So we want to relax those arms. If you don't relax the arms, they'll get very tired doing this very quickly. Relax the body, let the body ripple. It's a funny look. I call this move the funky chicken, just because it looks a bit like a funky chicken. Okay, so, and you'll also notice that your energy will pool in your belly doing this exercise. So you actually, for a moment or two, your belly might even swell. It might get slightly bigger. That does not mean you're getting fat, and it will not last. What we're doing is we're bringing all the energy in the body, not all the energy, but a lot of focus into the belly. So the belly fills with qi. Then as we do our Tai Chi, that qi will be circulated around the body again, and you'll slim down very quick again. So it's not fat, it's energy that you're bringing into your belly. I once did a video on this practice, and the guy doing the video said, Jane, do you maybe want to do that again another day? Good, relax to center, please, relax down. I said, why? And he said, I think you're maybe retaining a bit of water. You look a bit bloated doing this video. I went, no, that's okay. That's normal. For this exercise, it fills you. It actually fills your belly. So if we cover center now, hug your elbows gently in and feel into your belly. You may feel a sensation of fullness. You may not have actually got any physically bigger, but if you do, that's okay, because it'll zoom down again in a few seconds. But feel into your belly and notice the sensation. Does it feel full? It's not like feeling full of food. It's a different feeling. It'll just feel kind of like a balloon that has been filled. Breathe into it. Relax into it. Good. Okay, release, relax down. Let's ease from the stance. We'll do a little bit of movement with the legs. We'll do a little bit of practice for that punch into uppercut, and then we'll do our whole form. So let's turn out one foot, please, and step forwards. So straight away, we're circulating the chi more, squaring the hips, forwards and back. And you can see it's the same movement, can't you? Kind of. It's forwards and up, back and down. It's that same rotation, but now we're making it bigger. The arms are able to move. So we're circulating the energy around the body much more. Breathe and relax. Not just focusing the circulation in the belly, but getting it moving all the way around. Good. All right, and let's swap over. How's the body today? How are you feeling? You'll notice seasonal shifts. In summertime, we tend to be looser. We tend to be able to stretch a lot easier. In winter time, the muscles take a little bit longer to wake up. Let's rest, close down, well done. And that's normal. It's often, I think people go, oh, I'm getting old now, I feel stiff. And no, it's seasonal. We have our time for opening up and our time for wanting to cocoon. And we're coming into cocoon season. So we need to gently encourage our bodies to open up and stretch and stay warm. Let's open our stance, please, and we lengthen up. And let's reach through the shoulder, up, 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 up to the top corner. Look up past your fingers. Keep breathing. Feel that lovely stretch all the way down the side, into the foot. Good. And recover. And the other side, we float up. We lengthen up. And top corner, you can lengthen the other hand down the leg, looking up past your palm. Keep breathing. Through the nose if you can. Good, and recover. Excellent, well done, relax down. Okay, so let's just take a moment to look at that little section close to the end of the form where we have done our diagonally downwards punch. Now, in the form, you're actually doing this facing your back left corner. However, that would be facing away from me, and you probably couldn't see me doing it. So I'm going to ask you to let's flip the room. So that's your back left corner. Do you see what I mean? It's actually your front left, but let's just prepare. So we do our step, Preparation. Right hand is in fist, the same preparation as your normal punch, but this time as you turn the waist, you're directing the punch diagonally downwards. And at the same time, the elbow going back is going diagonally upwards. So it's the same, what's that called? The same plane of expansion. And again, so prepare, relax to center, and punch. Other than that, it's the same. We're just directing it on the diagonal rather than directing it straight. But from here, now we have our funky chicken. So we're going to release and gather, thinking of the backs of the hands coming in and up, curling your left hand into fist as you go out and round. You can lift your left toes, turn it out a little bit, and gather the right side up to your uppercut. Okay? Good. Now, I know any angle, you're going to want to see it from a different angle, but let's do that again, just as is. Okay, so we prepare. Relax to center. Fill your center, fill your fist. Remember, just like we did, we were filling, and now turning center, send it in the two directions. Good. Now release, backs of palms coming inwards and up and out, gathering the left hand into fist, turning the left toes, bringing the right hand under to bring the right foot with, and up. Yeah? Good. And when we finish, we want the fist to be energy up. Fist is about level with the foot, elbow should be level with the knee, and shoulder should be level with the hip. Good. And rest. Okay. So just have a wee watch. I'll show you front view. So I'm turning the room to crazy angles, just trying to get you to see. Let's see. So prepare and punch, gather, up, out, round, and up. Okay, so we've just planted a little seed in there for that movement for now. Let's do part 4. I was thinking let's do the whole form, but let's focus on the last section of the form today. Let's do part 4. We'll maybe do part 4 a couple of times, and then if we have time, we'll do the whole form. So we're doing it a little bit different to try and focus on the end part. Often folks find it's the last section that they're least familiar with because we start at the beginning learning it, and then we add and keep adding to and keep going back to the beginning. So the beginning ends up very familiar, and the end is always seeming tacked on, that we never seem to get quite as many reps. So let's now look at part 4. And we're going to do the whole of part 4. So most of that is repetition of part 2. Okay? We could leave it and just start from here, but I find that makes it much more difficult then to tie it all together. So we're doing the repetition all the way to the end, please. All right, so we're going to start over to your left. And we haven't done any standing today, so we're just going to take a moment in Wuji here to calm ourselves down, and then we'll go into our form. So if you can bring your feet towards each other, please, and float up. And allow the body to hang, release, relax down. Just take a few moments to breathe. Follow your breath. Calming down. Listening behind. Good. Let's gently point the fingers down. And let's come into our position. So standing on the right, left foot extending, left hand extending, right hand to ear. Ready? 5 steps back. Off we go. Adjust as necessary to get your space. Yeah. Okay. Left arm rotates inwards. Leave the weight left and flick. Stamp. This is a normal punch to the corner. 4 corners ward off. Your last cloud hands, which is the same as your first set of cloud hands. High pat on horse, relax to center. And here we have our end game. Here we switch to the end of the form. So we do our little rotation and gather and turn. Here is your diagonal punch downwards. And gather, uppercut. Rack-in fist. Excuse me. Sorry. Ready? kick to the back, step down, now bring your right foot behind. It's a different way of doing it, yeah? And over the top, we'll go over that into the left leg. Kick, step back, gather, throw it out. Just for a moment, think of sealing in your good energy. Like putting the bung in your money box, just closing the base of your body. Point to the floor, float up. Fill right, close left. Very good. What do we heel tap? Excellent. Just have a moment, folks. Relax for a second. Do your thing. You can have a wee sip of water. Good. And I'd like to talk to you about just the end of the form there. Now, quite often when we get to the end of the form in this class, I say to you, so we'll just kick round to the front. Just in passing, we'll just kick round to the front. In the form itself, as you turn to face the back, after you've come open, you turn to face the back, and we're meant to just kick and step and go over the hill and in and kick and step and gather and throw it out. So that's your training correct protocol within the form. However, so far I've been turning you to the front, turning you by kicking and turning, in order just to follow me to the end while you can actually see me. But you may have noticed the video that I shared on WhatsApp. I'll see if I can put it in a link to this video as well, where Chen Ying Jun, our Master Chen Ying Jun, Grandmaster Chen's son, is performing with a whole bunch of people behind him. They're all in white and he's in black, and there's a wee girl doing very well in shocking pink right behind him. But in the form he's doing, it's Lao Jia Yi Lu. They miss out the first few moves in the video. They just didn't start videoing in time or didn't share the recording from the beginning. But anyway, it's through to the end. And you'll see at the end, he actually does turn it around for the sake of the camera. So as a performance, you can turn it to face the front. However, he did it differently to the way I've been doing. And I like his way, of course, because he's our master. So what he does, if you watch from here, we turn and pierce and turn, and we kick as normal. I'm too far forward, you can't see. So we kick as normal to face the back, and then we do a backward swipe. So the back leg just comes around. So you're doing just a whole body turn. Do you see that? You've done your kick, you've put your foot down, and then you just turn your body half a turn by sweeping your back leg back. See what I did? And it's actually really nice. It's really neat. And it's lovely. It's a backward swipe, you know. You get a forwards and backward swipe in Arlu, in the cannon fist form, but you don't have much of a backward swipe in this form. But here he's added a backward swipe, and that gets us to face the front, and then we can continue quite nicely. So we can have a go with that. Just watch me again, and then we'll do it together. So this is as you would be doing it. We're opening, we're pushing the heel back, feeding the weight back, right hand piercing up, left hand down. We go down as far as is comfortable. We kick and we step. So we're kicking to the back, stepping to the back, and then keeping your structure, turning your right shoulder back. Think of sweeping your right foot round behind you and plant it. And that's all it is. It's very straightforward actually if you keep your structure. And then you continue by circling round, turning into your front leg, doing your kick and stepping back and lift and sending it out. So that's just a way to get it round. Would you like to try that with me? Give it a go. So as I say, this is a performance strategy. It's not actually in the original choreography, but it's a nice way to get us round to the front so that you can follow me, and it's the master's way. So I like that. I think that's, if you have to choose between my way and his way, choose his way. So let's try it. We'll just do that little movement. So here we are standing on the right. Ready? We're going to push the heel back, feed the weight back, right hand coming in and up, left hand coming down, turning, pushing the hands out, kick the back foot and step down. Okay, now I'm going to move back just so that you can see. So keep your structure, and we're going to turn the right shoulder back, swing your right foot behind you to bring you round. Got it? Plant your foot, go up and over the wee hill, feed into your left leg and kick. Step back, gather, lift and kick, punch. Send it out. Good. Feed it back. So it's all the same from here on. Sealing in good energy. Point to the floor. Float up. Fill right. Close left. And recover. Good. Have you got that, folks? Is that working for you? Thumbs up, thumbs down, in the middle somewhere. What do you think? Yes, thumbs up. Happy days, lovely. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice and neat. It's kind of minimalist and it just works. So let's just do that one more time and then we'll do all of part 4 again, I think. Or do you want to do the whole form? Thumbs up for whole form. It'll be at a rush. Thumbs up for whole form. Okay, well, let's just do the whole form then, because if we start now, we can take our time. And just at the end, let's do that, what we've just done, okay? So you kick to the back and then swing your back leg around, and there you are facing the front. Minimal effort, maximum output. Good stuff from the beginning then, folks. Over to your right hand side. Take a moment to calm. Listening behind. Are we ready? Start. Sorry, my mistake. Forwards. Ready, gather. Line to the left. Left side across. Prepare and kick. Turn to the back. Make fists lift left. Turn palms and foot, kick. 3 steps. Planting flowers. Turn to the back. Feed the weight left. Sweep the right foot round, up and over. Monkey holds peach. Kicking section. Gather, lift right. Turn palms, kick right. Toy soldier, quarter turn. 3-way punch. This is the end of part 2. Punch. Part 3. I took an extra step there to give me space. You can do the same. This is your second cloud hand, so this is the one that changes differently. Same cloud hands, just the end. So 3. Here it is on 4. Over the little hill, feet into left, turn into it, kick, stomp, step, turn, seesaw. And golden cockerel. Stomp. Part 4. Lunar step. 5th step back. Normal punch to the corner. 4 corners ward off. Last cloud hands. Same as the first cloud hands. Right pat on horse. Relax to center. And game. So this is your diagonal punch down. Good. Scoop and gather. Punch up. Here we are. So we're going to turn to the back. Stay facing back for the kick. Put the foot down. Now sweep your back foot round behind you. Good. Up and over. Kick. Down. Gather. Throw it out. Jinggang exits the temple. Hammer punch. Think of sealing in your good energy at the base of your body. Point to the floor, float up. Fill right. Close. Left. Recover. Heel tap. And we've reached our time. Wasn't that good timing? Good. I hope you enjoy that nice little way to bring us round to the front. And so on through to the end. Bit speeded up there. But it's another string to your bow. It's another way to finish the form. I would like on this platform to continue in that way, just so that you can follow me to the end of the form. In class, face to face, we can do it as it was meant to be done, finishing facing the back of the room. But on screen, it does seem to be leaving you in the dark just at the very end. So we're going to do that. We kick, put the foot down, sweep the back foot round behind to give a 180-degree turn. Brilliant, folks. Let's finish for today. We'll do a little pat down. Just give your system a sign that it's time to unwind, time to relax after all that work. Down the legs, please. Just cup your hands. Give everything a little thank you for working so hard. Good. Coming up the body again. Over the shoulders. And back to center. Shaking out. A little heel tap. And stand. Breathe and listen to your body for a moment, please. Feel all that lovely energy expressing. Very good. Guide your hands to center. Guide your energy to center. Just for a moment, feeling into the touch of your hands, feeling into that warmth, breathing into your belly, filling your cup once more. Well done, relax down, and we'll salute. 学生好. And you can say 老师好. Or if you really wanted 师傅好. I don't like that though, not for me. 老师好. Thank you very much. Very well done. and I look forward to seeing you next time.